So yesterday we have just a minute. Yesterday I have given the question x congruent to 4 mod 11, x congruent to 5 mod 7, x congruent to 6 mod 13. We need to calculate the value of x by using Chinese remainder theorem, right? So the formula to calculate the value of x is x equals to, yes, anyone? X equals to m1 x1 a1. This was the formula, right? m1 x1 a1 plus whatever the equations are given, that much numbers we have to take, that much variables we have to take, m1 x1 a1 plus m2 x2 a2 plus m3 x3 a3 and mod of n. So for this, to put the values into this formula, we need to calculate the value of capital M, also the value of capital M1 m2 m3, and we need to calculate the inverse of m1 m2 m3, isn't it? We call it as a x1 x2 x3, and inverse of m1 m2 m3 will be written as x1 x2 x3, right? And a1 a2 a3 is already given into the example itself. So I have already solved. Almost all have received the correct answer, but few are giving the answer in between the 200 and 300, like calculation kuch mistake hoga, verify kar lo. Now according to the from the given data, from the given equations, m1 value is 11, m2 is 7, m3 is 13, right? And the a1 value is 4, a2 is 5, a3 is 6. This is the given data. Now since okay, before starting or before solving by using the CRT, before applying the CRT, we need to find out whether we can use the CRT or not. How we can verify that? If and only if the m1 m2 m3 values are co-prime to each other, isn't it? So now if you observe here, 11, 7 and 13 are co-prime to each other. Co-prime means relative prime numbers. What is the meaning of that? GCD between three values should be always 1. So these are the co-primes to each other. So we can go ahead. We need to find out first of all the capital M value. How can we calculate small m1 into m2 into m3? So we have already small m1 m2 m3 values. So 11 into 7 into 13 will be 1001. So capital M we have got 1001, isn't it? Now then we have to calculate capital M1, capital M2, capital M3. That we can calculate by using the formula capital M divided by small m1. This capital M1 we are going to calculate with respect to the small m1. Capital M2 will be calculated with respect to small m2. Capital M3 will be calculated with respect to small m3. So we have also seen we can directly calculate. Yesterday we have solved that कि capital M मतलब M1 M2 M3 होता है, divide by small m1 है, तो M1 M1 कट कर देंगे तो सिर्फ M2 into M3. So directly you can calculate by M2 into M3 13 into 7 91 आ जाएगा. M2 के लिए m1 into m3 करेंगे, 11 into 13 143 will be the answer. For m3, m2 into m1, that is 11 into 7, that is 77 will be the capital M3. Okay, now we need to calculate m1 inverse, m2 inverse, m3 inverse, and that will be stored as x1 x2 and x3. How we are going to calculate that? By putting up the formula, mixi is congruent to 1 mod mixi congruent to 1 mod mi. So m1 x1 is congruent to 1 mod m1. In this way we can put the values of m1, small m1, capital M1, right? And this meaning of this statement is what? m1 x1 mod m1 is equals to 1. This is the meaning of this congruent equation, isn't it? So we can just find out the value by the hit and trial method also. We can find out the value of x1 by hit and trial method also, by which number we can multiply to the m1, and if we perform the mod 11 operation, the value should be 1. We can find out by hit and trial method. Otherwise you can simply use the Euclidean algorithm to find out the inverse of the any value, right? So if we'll apply that table form जो हमने example solve करते वक्त solve किया था एक operation के लिए, वहाँ पे if you will proceed that also, you will find out the value of x1 equals to 4. The same way you have to calculate for x2 and the x3. X2 value will be 5, x3 value will be 12, right? So simply now we have all the values which are required to put into this formula. Our formula is x equals to m1 x1 a1 प्लस m2 x2 a2 प्लस m3 x3 a3 mod m। यहाँ पे अगर 4 इक्वेशंस दिए होते इन द एग्जांपल्स, अगर यहाँ पे 4 इक्वेशंस होते, सिंपली यू हैव टू कंटिन्यू दिस m4 x4 and a4, right, and mod m. So we have just put all the values into this formula mod 1001. If you will simplify this, you will get the answer capital M is equals to 565. Now you will get your own answer by verifying this. Simply what do you have to do, you just have to put the values 565 mod 11, ये जो इक्वेशन है ना जिसके लिए हमने x की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट की इधर गिवन इक्वेशन. So if you will put the values of x here, so you can verify whether that x value mod ये small m1 value is equals to this value or not, is equals to a or not, x mod 7 is equals to a2 is or not, x mod 13 और या फिर x mod small m3 is equals to a3 or not, that you can verify at the end. So you will get your own answer कि वो हमारा आंसर x का सही आया है कि नहीं आया है. Okay, so I hope this is clear. This is a very simple method, but just you have to remember the formulas, 5 formula, 3 formulas you have to remember, so you can easily find out. Proper calculations करने हैं, nothing else. You will get the 10 marks. Okay, let me just a minute. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so after Chinese remainder theorem, our first unit is over. So we are starting with the second unit, that is symmetric key cryptography. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about some of the block operations, block operation mode, and as well as we are going to discuss about some of the encryption methods, which are the symmetric encryption methods like DES, that is data encryption, data standard encryption. Then we have AES algorithm, DS algorithm. After that, we have RC5 algorithm, which is a stream cipher based algorithm. Then in the next chapter, which is related to which is the second unit itself, in which we are going to see some RC5 as well as a few more public encryption algorithms, in which also we have Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. मतलब ये बाकी के सारे algorithms क्या हैं कि जो which will encrypt your plain text into the cipher text, which deals about your plain text, है ना. But whenever we are saying the key will be used, key will be shared, or the key will be same on both the sides, that key needs to be exchanged, isn't it? वो key जो हम दोनों साइड से यूज करते हैं, that key should be also exchanged. तो वो कैसे की जाती है? By using the Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm, that also we are going to discuss in this chapter. So let us begin with this. The first content from this is block cipher principles. Now we already aware about that basically cryptographic algorithm is something which is used for transformation of your plain text or your original text, also we called it as readable text, into the cipher text, which anyone cannot read easily. If they know the decryption key, if they know how to decode that, then only anyone can read that. Otherwise any normal human being cannot read easily or do not understand कि वो कैसे क्या है, इसमें data originally क्या है. So basically there's a transformation of plain text into the cipher text, isn't it? Now there are two main methods to encrypt any data. Your data will be encrypted in some partition or either individually. Now what is the which are those methods? One is called as the stream cipher method, another method is called as the block cipher method. Okay, and both will be using some key as well as some encryption process. Okay, one encryption algorithm will be there, and in that we are going to add some key. By combining both, we are going to receive the cipher text. अब stream cipher and block cipher में क्या फर्क है? Stream cipher, we can say, or if we will start with the block cipher itself, then block cipher will be called it as a basic building block. Okay, किस लिए basic building block है? Because it provides the more data security on the blocks, rather than encrypting a single beat from the original data, rather than encrypting the single beat, it will encrypt the entire block. Okay, it will encrypt the entire block. And to do this, मतलब after preparing the blocks on the plain data, which type of the operations will be performed. ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही तरीका है और उस तरीके से करना है, then it will be again easy for the cryptanalysis कि कैसे इसको decode करना है, because if there will be only one encryption method, then anyone can easily find out the uh, decode method, isn't it? So how we are going to encrypt that, which mode we can apply. So for that, one standard application है एक, या फिर एक organization है which is called as FIPS. Now this FIP is nothing but the Federal Information Processing Standard होता है. Those they have defined total 5 mode of operations for the block cipher that may be used to convert your plain text into the cipher text, and for that which process we are going to apply, that will be defined by using 5 different mode of the operations. Okay, and those mode of operation is nothing but electronic code book mode, which is also called as ECB, cipher blockchaining mode, CBC, cipher feedback mode, CFB, output feedback mode, OFB, and the last one is counter mode, which is CTR. Okay, now this mode of operation will be asked in your university examinations. In the short note, it may possible कि इसमें से 2-3 नाम देके explain this कहा जाएगा. Otherwise, if the question is asked for the 10 marks, then simply it will be asked explain all block cipher mode of operation in detail with the suitable diagram. ऐसे आपको कहा जाएगा. Then in that case you have to explain all 5 mode of operation, and you have to draw the diagram also. Now we will discuss one by one. The first method is electronic codebook mode. Electronic codebook mode. As I said, these all are the block cipher mode of operations. Block cipher mode of operation hai means whatever your plain text will be there, whatever your original data will be there, that will be divided into the number of fixed partitions. देयर विल बी अ स्टैटिक पार्टीशन एप्लीकेबल. ऐसा नहीं कि पहला ब्लॉक 8 बीट का है तो दूसरा ब्लॉक 16 बीट का है, तीसरा ब्लॉक 24. नो, ब्लॉक मोड will always contain the fixed partitioned we can say the data. Partition will be static. Okay, 8 बिट का डिसाइड हुआ है तो सब कुछ 8 बिट का रहेगा, 64 बिट का है तो 64 बिट का रहेगा. सो यूजुअली इन दिस इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कोड बुक इंक्रिप्शन, in this mode, the given plain text will be divided into the block of 64 bit. Okay, 64 bit each. Every block will be of 64 bit, and each 64 block bit, each 64 bit block will get encrypted independently. whatever the plain text, मान लो यहाँ पे हमारा plain text है तो उसको हम क्या करेंगे 64 बीट के ब्लॉक्स में उसको डिवाइड कर देंगे. मान लो अभी हमारे ये 3 ब्लॉक्स में प्रिपेयर हो गया डेटा, so that each block will be encrypted independently. Okay, हर एक individually encrypt हो जाएगा. And whatever the encryption process we are applying, after that the same 64 bit cipher text will be produced. Okay, plain kuch we also have few algorithms where we are providing the 64 bit data, and then we are producing some different cipher text bit data. मतलब उसमें कुछ डमी नंबर्स भी हम ऐड करते हैं, डमी लेटर्स वी यूज टू ऐड. देर आर सम ऑल्सो algorithms अवेलेबल, वो हमारे अपकमिंग आगे के थर्ड यूनिट में वगैरह आएगा. But here we have fixed amount of data we are giving as input, and fixed amount, and the same data we are producing as an output, and we are providing the encryption algorithm as well as some key will be provided. Now because this is the symmetric key encryption, so there will be the key which will be used same at the sender side as well as at the receiver side. Sender is using that key for the encryption purpose, receiver is using that key for the decryption purpose. Now the thing is that we are providing the encryption and the key on the block of on the block, isn't it? So suppose if two blocks are there which contains the same data, मान लो यहाँ पे plain text है मेरा hello, okay, और इस थर्ड ब्लॉक में भी क्या है, मेरा plain text आया है hello ही. Then what will happen, whatever the cipher text will be produced, that will be same, because we are applying the same encryption as well as we are applying the same key, so it will get the same ciphertext. So because of the repetition of the letters in the plain text, we will get the ciphertext also repeated. So it is very easy for the attacker or the cryptanalyst to find out the decode method, या फिर जो भी यहाँ पे है वही यहाँ पे भी ये भी find out करने के लिए उसको easy जाएगा. So that is why we usually say that this method is applicable टू द स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ डेटा, जिसका लेंथ कम है ना उस पर हम लोग ये ज़्यादातर यूज़ करते हैं, जहाँ पे रिपीटेशन ऑफ द लेटर इज़ नॉट अवेलेबल या फिर लेस रिपीटेशन है, वैसे चीज़ों पे हम लोग क्या करते हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कोड बुक मोड अप्लाई करते हैं. This method we used to apply, but the process will be same. We are going to divide the plain text into the fixed amount of block. Usually it is 64-bit. We are going to apply the encryption method, and then we will get the ciphertext. Decryption method will be exactly opposite to this. Whenever receiver will receive the ciphertext, it is going to use the decryption process here. Decryption algorithm will be applied by using the key which will be already available at the receiver side, and both the sender and the receiver both are agree on the same key. So their receiver is going to decrypt that, and whatever the text it will receive, that will be its original text, plain text. Okay, this will be the decryption method. लिमिटेशन क्या है समझ में आया ना. एंड लिमिटेशन इज ऑल्सो दैट कि it will be applicable on the small length data, as well as if any letter is repeated, it will get the same ciphertext. Okay, now to overcome that we can say limitation, we have the second method which is called as cipher block chaining method, or cipher block chaining mode, which is also called as the CBC mode. Now, as I said, to overcome the problem of repetition, as well as we can say the order of independence जो होता है in the ECB, तो plain text जो repeat हो रहा है, that we are overcoming. How we are going to overcoming? By providing some new technique, that is we are XORing the data, and then we are applying the encryption algorithm, and then we are producing the ciphertext. तो इसमें होता क्या है, if you can see the diagram, here we have the plain text. The first step will be same in every block, that we will be having the original data that will be divided into the plain the fixed amount of data which is called as the blocks. Okay, ये तो सेम रहेगा, बट यहाँ पे कैसे हो रहा है देखो कि we have a plain text, whatever our original data will be there, we have that in the form of blocks. Okay, that data we are performing XOR operation. Plain text, we are performing XOR operation with some data which is called as the initialization vector, which is called as initialization vector. Now what is this initialization vector? There is no any meaning behind this initialization vector. मतलब ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि कुछ worth meaning है इसका या फिर ऐसा ही कुछ होना चाहिए. No, this is just a random number or just a random letters will be there. डायनामिकली प्रोड्यूस्ड भी हो सकते हैं या फिर कुछ फिक्स्ड इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर भी हम रख सकते हैं, बट इट विल बी बेटर इफ every time randomly the initialization vector will be generated. Okay, so some random data generated dummy data will be there available in this initialization vector with the same length. If the plain text block is of 64-bit, then initialization vector is also will be 64-bit. Fine. Now we are XORing, we are performing the XOR operation on the plain text and on the initialization vector. Then we will get some ciphertext. Okay, we will receive some ciphertext when after the XOR operation, right? So ये हुआ हमारा यहाँ पे कुछ उसका जो XOR हुआ डेटा, नहीं ciphertext बाकी है, इधर XOR हुआ डेटा जो भी है रिजल्ट हमें यहाँ मिलेगा. Now on that data we are applying the encryption method. Okay, block cipher encryption method. Whatever the encryption process is fixed, that will be applicable here, and we are applying some key over here on this XORed received data, and then we will receive the final ciphertext for this first block, right? Previous method में क्या कर रहे थे हम लोग, simply we are providing the plain text, we are applying the encryption, we are providing the key, and we are applying the encryption, and then we will receive the ciphertext, है ना? ये this was a simple method. But in this what we are performing on the plain text, we are providing initialization vector, which is the random generated data, and we are performing the XOR operation. Then whatever the result we are getting after performing this XOR operation, we are providing the key we are providing the key on that data and we are applying the encryption method. Then we will receive the cipher text. क्लियर है यहाँ तक? ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे साइफर टेक्स्ट हमारा जनरेट हुआ. नाउ इन द सेकेंड ब्लॉक वी हैव डिफरेंट ब्लॉक्स, राइट? सपोज यहाँ पे हमारे 3 ब्लॉक्स है, तो फर्स्ट ब्लॉक में हमने इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर यूज किया, बट नेक्स्ट टाइम देयर विल नॉट बी इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर, कोई डिफरेंट इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर नहीं होगा. तो यहाँ पे कौन सा रैंडम डेटा जाएगा? Whatever the cipher text we have generated in the previous block, whatever the cipher text we have generated in the block, that will be feedback, or we can say that will be feeded forwarded into the next block as a initialization vector. ठीक है, then वहां पे on that cipher text and the second block of plain text XOR operation will be performed. Okay, and then again we will receive some result, and on that result we are applying the encryption method by providing the key, and then we will get the cipher text for the second block. The same process we are going to continue here for the third block. Whatever the cipher text we are receiving in the second slot, that we are providing for generating or for performing the XOR operation with this plain text. The same process will be applicable to the fourth block also if it is available, right? Are you getting this? Cipher block chaining mode. Chaining mode. We are preparing a chain here, right? We are feeding the output of the first block as an input to the second block, right? There is a chain in between the different block. That is why it is called as the cipher block chaining mode. Okay, I will repeat one more time. There will be the block mode operation. That means your plain text will be divided into the different blocks, but those all blocks will be with the same size. 64 bit होगा तो हर block will be of 64 bit, and if it is a 64 bit, then in the first step, on the first block we will be having the initialization vector, which will have some randomly generated data which is of the same length as of plain text. We are performing the XOR operation on the both. Whatever the result we will receive, that will be your input to this encryption process. The result which we will receive after performing the XOR operation, that will be the input for this encryption method. And encryption we are performing by applying this key. Okay, after encryption we will get the cipher text for this plain text of first block, right? Now for the second block, we are यहाँ पे जो इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर हमने रैंडमली जनरेट किया था, वैसे ही सेकेंड ब्लॉक के लिए now we are feeding up that initialization vector by cipher text. This cipher text will be feeded. Okay, now again on that plain text and on the cipher text some XOR operation will be performed, then encryption method by applying the key, cipher text will be generated. Again this cipher text of the second block will be feeded to the third block, और फिर उसमें XOR operation होगा plain text पे और उस cipher text पे, then you will get some result. On that result you are going to apply the encryption method by using the key, and you will get the final cipher text for this plain text or for this third block. ठीक है, decryption for this cipher block chaining mode, decryption, this is the method. Individually for each block, again here also decryption will be performed individually on the independent block only, right? But यहाँ पे difference सिर्फ इतना होगा कि for receiver the input will be the cipher text. यहाँ पे क्या था? The input was the plain text. Here we have the cipher text, and first we are going to decrypt the data, and then we are applying the initialization vector which will be the randomly generated, but they both will be agree on the same, right? And then the XOR operation will be performed, and then plain text will be received. And again, whatever the cipher text here we are providing for the decryption process which we have received, which receiver has received, that will be feeded to the next step. And in the same by using the same procedure, the plain text will be received for each and individual block. Okay, this is called as the cipher block chaining mode. Are you getting this? Anyone please reply?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next is here cipher feedback mode. The third method is cipher feedback mode. Now this is also the simple to understand, but first attempt में थोड़ा अच्छे से ध्यान देना what I am saying, what I am explaining. Okay, cipher feedback mode और जो इसका next है output feedback mode, they both are same. बस जो हम नेक्स्ट ब्लॉक के लिए फीड कर रहे हैं ना डेटा, उस पर लिटिल बिट चेंज है, बाकी सारे प्रोसेस सेम है. सो इफ यू विल गेट द साइफर फीडबैक मोड, यू विल इजीली गेट द आउटपुट फीडबैक मोड. So now what is cipher feedback mode? Here we have again the same thing will be there, whatever your plain text will be there, we are going to divide it into the fixed size block. Okay, now here we have something called as shift register. Okay, इसको हम कहेंगे shift register. 64-bit shift register will be used. Fine. Here the data will be randomly generated, or it may be possible कि earlier generated जो fixed रहेगा, that is also, that can also be used. Now there will be a shift register of 64-bit. We are going to apply encryption process by providing the key. Now remember, in the previous method, we have applied the encryption process on the plain text itself, right? Plain text और initialization vector का जो XOR हुआ था, उस पे हमने encryption apply किया था. अब third method में क्या है, whatever the initialization vector या फिर जो हमारा ये shift register है, इस पे हम लोग encryption method apply कर रहे हैं. We still don't have any plain text, हाँ? We are only applying the encryption algorithm, encryption process by applying the key on this shift register itself. Initialization vector जो भी है उस पे हम apply कर रहे हैं. Then after applying this encryption, you will get some encrypted data, है ना? That encrypted data is of initialization vectors data, है ना? Plain text अभी तक आया नहीं है. Okay, now whatever the cipher, whatever the encryption data you will get here, encrypted data, what we are going to do, we are only selecting the left S bit, the leftmost S bit. Shift register है, encryption apply किया, by using the key we will get some encrypted data. Whatever the encrypted data we have received, from which we are only selecting few bits, few leftmost bits. अब वो कितने bits होंगे है, that will be predefined. We will call it as a S bits. Okay, leftmost S bits will be selected, and the remaining 64, मतलब ये total 64 का ही encryption generate हुआ है ना, तो 64 minus S bits will be neglected, मतलब उसको कुछ नहीं करना है फिलहाल, ठीक है, उसको छोड़ दो. अब ये जो लेफ्ट S bit हमने सिलेक्ट किए हैं, we are going to take that S bits only, बाकी का बचा हुआ हम डील नहीं कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ इतने ही बिट्स हम नीचे ले रहे हैं. एंड जितने भी बिट्स हमने ऊपर से लिए यहाँ से, उतने ही बिट्स we are taking from the plain text. Now plain text will come into the picture. Here we have taken the S bits, and now we are taking that number of bits only, जितने हमने ऊपर से लिए from the plain text. Okay, now we are performing here the XOR operation. Okay, after performing the XOR operation, you will receive the final ciphertext for that first plain text. मतलब ये पहला हुआ step, है ना? You might have different blocks ahead. इसके आगे और भी blocks रहेंगे. But first block को operation इस तरीके से किया जाएगा, ठीक है? We will have the initialization vector, which is called as the shift register, which is called which will be of 64-bit. We are applying the encryption method. By using the key, we will get some encrypted data. Okay, we will get some encrypted data. Now, from which we are only selecting the S bit, leftmost S bits we are selecting. By using those S bits and by selecting S bits only from the plain text, we are applying the XOR operation, and then we will get the cipher text in the first step. Fine. Now, if you have the second block, okay, if you have the second block, then whatever the ciphertext you have received in the first block, that we are feeding up into this shift register. Okay, ये जो ciphertext यहाँ पे जनरेट हुआ, वो हम लोग फीड कर रहे हैं फॉर द सेकेंड स्टेप, और या फिर हम कह सकते हैं सेकेंड ब्लॉक के लिए. लेकिन जब यहाँ पे शिफ्ट होता है इन दिस शिफ्ट रजिस्टर, व्हेन दिस ciphertext will be feeded into this shift register, that will be shifted left. शिफ्टेड लेफ्ट मतलब यहाँ पे कितने बिट जनरेट हुआ है, एस बिट साइफर टेक्स्ट जनरेट हुआ है ना, तो उतने ही बिट से हम लोग इसको लेफ्ट शिफ्ट करेंगे। क्या करेंगे, लेफ्ट शिफ्ट करेंगे। तो जो भी यहाँ पे लेफ्ट के बीट्स रहते हैं ना, सबसे पहले वाले जो भी इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर के बीट्स रहेंगे उसको वी विल डिस्कार्ड, क्योंकि हमें ये जो आया हुआ नया साइफर टेक्स्ट के बीट है, वी हैव टू इंसर्ट दैट। वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू अप्लाई द सर्क्यूलर मेथड कि यहाँ से हट गया तो इधर लाके घुमा के इधर रखो, नहीं। we are simply discarding those 64 minus s bits from the left side, we are simply discarding, okay। और हम लोग इस साइफर टेक्स्ट s bit के लिए क्या कर रहे हैं, जगह कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, फाइन। so now we will have this 64 bit of new shift register in the second step, है ना। so same thing again we are going to apply, we are applying encryption process by applying the key। तो यहाँ पे हमें encrypted shift register मिल जाएगा, encrypted initialization vector मिल जाएगा। अगेन वी आर सिलेक्टिंग फ्यू बीट्स, वो बीट्स कितने होंगे वो फिक्स्ड रहेगा, यूजुअली 8 बिट रहता है, ठीक है। दिस एस बिट यूजुअली 8 बिट रहता है, तो दिस एस बिट्स विल बी फॉरवर्डेड अहेड एंड द रिमेनिंग विल बी जस्ट that will reside there, we don't have to deal with that, हम लोग उससे कुछ लेना देना नहीं है, उसको छोड़ देना है इधर ही, बस हम लोग इधर से एस बिट ले रहे हैं। So we are providing S bits as the input for this XOR operation, and whatever the next plain text will be there. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Whatever the next plain text bit there, यहाँ पे हमने पहले S bit लिया था ना, उसके next S bit जो भी रहेगा ना, now that will be feeded for this XOR operation, and then we will produce the ciphertext. We will be having the final ciphertext. Okay. अब next अगर यहाँ पे होगा फिर से block, the same step will be repeated. Shift register we have to prepare. So whatever the shift register के content will be there, that will be shifted S bits left. वो डिस्कार्ड ही किए जाएंगे सीधे, और जो राइट मोस्ट से बिट रहेंगे ना, वहाँ पे हम लोग यहाँ पे जो जनरेटेड सी एन है यहाँ पे, दैट वी आर गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड, दैट वी आर गोइंग टू इंसर्ट इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप, और फिर से सेम प्रोसेस विल बी फॉलोड, ठीक है। नाउ दिस इज द डिक्रिप्शन। डिक्रिप्शन मेथड में क्या क्या है, सिंपल है, सिंपली प्रोसेस उल्टा जा रहा है, बट रिमेंबर यहाँ पे we are not applying the decryption method on the plain text or encryption method on the plain text. We are encrypting the initialization vector, and we have to keep that as it is. Initialization vector will be provided, this is the receiver side, isn't it? So initialization vector will be there, and we are encrypting that by providing the key, and after getting this encrypted data, we are XORing the cipher text which will be received by the receiver, and then we will get the plain text. यहाँ पे same operation होगा, हाँ, S bit 64 minus S bit, this will be same, only the things will be changed here. For this XOR operation at receiver side, cipher text will be the input and plain text will be the output, and the rest of the things will be all same. This encryption process will also be same, do not write decryption here, okay. Cipher feedback mode, which is the third mode, cipher feedback mode, remember this abbreviations also, huh. This everything, rest of the things will be same, only here the XOR operation input will be ciphertext, output will be the ciphertext, sorry, output will be the plain text, ठीक है। This will be the decryption process of ciphertext, cipher feedback mode. Now next is output feedback
And
mode.
then would that be the fourth type of cipher mode of operation? The
Fourth,
decryption,
fourth
the
mode,
cipher feedback mode for decryption, could it be the fourth mode then?
फोर्थ मोड कैसे हुआ, नहीं नहीं नहीं, मोड तो यही है, इंक्रिप्शन डिक्रिप्शन इंक्रिप्शन डिक्रिप्शन ऐसे एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ मैं हर एक का।
Okay.
हाँ, these are the total 5 मोड्स। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कोड बुक जिसमें हमने सिंपल इंक्रिप्शन डिक्रिप्शन देखा, हाँ। साइफर ब्लॉक चेनिंग मोड जिसमें हमने एक इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर देखा और साइफर टेक्स्ट का चेनिंग हो रहा है नेक्स्ट ब्लॉक पे, सिंपल था, जिसमें सिर्फ इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर ऐड हुआ और साइफर टेक्स्ट जो पहले ब्लॉक का जनरेट हो रहा है उसको हम चेनिंग कर रहे हैं नेक्स्ट के लिए। तीसरे में थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हुआ कि पहले हम इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर का ही इंक्रिप्शन कर रहे हैं एंड देन वी आर अप्लाइंग XOR ऑपरेशन ऑन द प्लेन टेक्स्ट एंड द इंक्रिप्टेड डेटा। उसमें भी हम लोग सिर्फ S बिट्स ही ले रहे हैं, है ना। और फिर सेकेंड ब्लॉक में हम लोग लेफ्ट शिफ्ट S बिट कर रहे हैं। दैट लिटिल बिट कॉम्प्लेक्शन इज एडेड इनटू द साइफर फीडबैक मोड। दिस इज द थर्ड मोड। हर एक इसमें हमने इंक्रिप्शन डिक्रिप्शन देखा ना। द फोर्थ मोड इज आउटपुट फीडबैक मोड। This is the output feedback mode. Now in this we have, again as I said, same process will be, we are going to provide key shift register will be there for the 64-bit encryption. We are going to provide encryption. We are going to proceed with by you applying the key. Whatever the S bits will be there, that we are providing for the XOR operation, and plain text we are providing for this XOR operation. You will get the cipher text. ओनली द चेंज यहाँ पे फीडिंग देखो किसके लिए हो, कहाँ से हो रहा है, जनरेटेड साइफर टेक्स्ट विल बी फीडेड, है ना, इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप। बट चेक आउट हियर, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, आउटपुट फीडबैक मोड, ये गलत, ये हो गया, एक मिनट, साइफर फीडबैक मोड का ही डायग्राम इधर से पेस्ट हुआ है। बट आउटपुट फीडबैक मोड में क्या होता है, दिस इंक्रिप्टेड डेटा बिफोर इंक्रिप्टिंग द डेटा, यहाँ पे जो साइफर टेक्स्ट आफ्टर XOR जो परफॉर्म होता है ना, उससे पहले ही इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर, द इंक्रिप्टेड इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर विल बी फीडेड in the next block. Okay, please ignore this diagram. This diagram is wrong. In this cipher feedback mode, what we have done, after completion of this entire process, whatever the cipher text will be generated, that will be feeded into the next step. Huh? But in the output feedback mode, what we are doing, the encrypted data, यहाँ पे जो इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर का इंक्रिप्शन होता है, वही हम लोग डायरेक्ट क्या कर रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट वाले स्टेप में, नेक्स्ट ब्लॉक इंक्रिप्शन के लिए वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग एज अ इनपुट, एंड देन द सेम थिंग विल बी परफॉर्म्ड हियर, कि लेफ्ट शिफ्ट बीट, देन इंक्रिप्शन, एंड देन अगेन whatever the output will be generated after encryption, that will be provided to the we can say for the next step. The same thing will be there. The difference is here, after completion of the cipher entire process, cipher text will be feeded, but in the output feedback mode, we are feeding up the encrypted IV. Okay, encrypted initialization vector will be feeding. Okay, इसका जो proper diagram है, मैं next slide में, next वाले session में एक बार और explain करूँगी. Here you can check out the difference. This is the output feedback mode decryption. Initialization vector will be there. We are applying the encryption method by providing the key. Encryption ही होगा यहाँ पे, decryption का process है, तो यहाँ पे decryption मत लिखना. This is the initialization vectors encryption, ठीक है? And whatever the encrypted initialization vector will be there, that we are feeding up for the next step. ओके, यहाँ से भी आपको समझ में आ रहा होगा कि एग्जैक्टली क्या हो रहा है. एंड वॉट एवर द इंक्रिप्टेड IV विल बी देयर, दैट विल बी द इनपुट फॉर द XOR ऑपरेशन एंड साइफर टेक्स्ट, क्योंकि यह रिसीवर साइड है तो उसके पास साइफर टेक्स्ट होगा, तो उसके J बिट्स, S बिट्स एंड यहाँ के बिट्स विल बी XORed एंड देन यू रिसीवर विल गेट द प्लेन टेक्स्ट. इसके अपोजिट से आप समझ पा रहे होंगे फिर इंक्रिप्शन कैसे होगा. बस इंक्रिप्शन में क्या चेंजेस रहेंगे, the input will be plain text, output will be cipher text. Okay, now the last mode of operation is the counter mode. Now counter mode is, this is very simple method. इसमें कुछ भी नहीं है, सिंपल है, जैसा हमने सेकेंड वाला मेथड देखा था जिसमें इंक्रिप्शन इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर इंक्रिप्ट हो रहा है. only the thing is here, initialization vector which we are taking, that initialization vector will not be fixed, और ना ही हम लोग साइफर टेक्स्ट का कोई फीडिंग कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पे कोई चेनिंग नहीं है एक दूसरे ब्लॉक के बीच में, देयर इज नो एनी चेनिंग. ओके, तो फिर क्या हो रहा है, वॉट एवर द इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर वी आर टेकिंग in the first step, यहाँ पे मान लो this is the first block and we have here something initialization vector, we are providing we are applying the encryption method by using the key, and whatever the encrypted key we are getting, we are applying the XOR operation with the plain text and we will get the cipher text. Okay, usually हम क्या करते हैं, साइफर टेक्स्ट को फीड करते हैं इन द नेक्स्ट ब्लॉक एज अ इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर, है ना, बट यहाँ पे फीड नहीं कर रहे, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, इन दिस इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर this first initialization vector will be incremented by 1. There will be the counter mode. In each step, the value will be incremented by 1. Okay, initialization value will be incremented by 1 in each step. So again, in this second block, here we will be having the iv plus 1, मतलब यहाँ पे जो भी initialization vector था उसमें ये plus 1 हो जाएगा. And then we are applying the encryption process by using some key. We will get some encrypted data on that. With that encrypted data, by combining the plain text, we are applying the XOR operation and we will receive some ciphertext. That will be the individual part. कोई हम लोग यहाँ पे चेनिंग परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहे हैं, सिंपली काउंटर मोड यूज हो रहा है, इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर एवरी टाइम इंक्रीमेंटिंग बाय 1. The same process in opposite, in the reverse manner, will be the decryption process. Here every time the counter will be decremented. Okay, counter will be decremented and we are again applying the encryption method only. Whenever you will get the first two modes, जो हमारे first two modes थे, in that only, in the decryption process there will be the decryption you have to write, because directly we are applying this decryption process on the ciphertext, right, on the ciphertext. But in the third and fourth and fifth, we are applying this encryption decryption on the initialization vector, not on the plain text, not on the plain text, right? So remember, in the third, fourth and the fifth, initialization vector is incrementing. So in the decryption process also, that will be encryption will be available only. And then while you are performing the XOR operation, you are taking as an input ciphertext and you will receive plain text as an output. Okay, so I hope these 5 modes of operation of block cipher is clear to you. There are two methods. One is a string cipher, one is a block method. In string cipher, individual bit will be encrypted by applying some encryption method. Individual bit from your plain text will be encrypted. Okay, and in block cipher, whatever the plain text will be there, that will be divided into the fixed sized block, and your mode of operation or whatever the steps will be there, that will be applied on your block and you will get the same size of ciphertext. ठीक है, तो block cipher mode of operations के ये 5 modes हैं. By using any one of the method, you can apply any one of the method while you are encrypting the data. While you are encrypting the data, remember this encryption is the different part कि यहाँ पे हम encryption कौन सा algorithm use कर रहे हैं, this is the different chapter. ये अलग ही concern है कि encryption method हम कौन सी use कर रहे हैं. This is the mode of operation, how we are going to encrypt the data, कि block wise कर रहे हैं लेकिन उसमें भी steps कैसे perform होंगे वो हमने अभी देखा, right? Whatever the encryption algorithms will be there, that also we are going to discuss. DES, AES, RAC, stream cipher, ये सब हम आने वाले upcoming we will be discussing in the upcoming lectures. Okay, is it clear everyone? Acknowledgement है कोई?
Yes ma'am.
Okay.
हम काउंटर फीडबैक मोड में वो NONC क्या है? Nonce along with the counter.
एक मिनट. Yeah, हाँ, this one. This is only written on the initialization vector. हाँ, example दिया है. This is the initialization vector. मतलब ये एक बीट है, कुछ रैंडम जनरेटेड डेटा है, बस वो समझाने के लिए है कि जैसा आपका अगर इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर मान लो ऐसा डॉट 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 कुछ है और 000, दिस इज द नंबर. ओके, तो नेक्स्ट इसमें आपका इनिशियलाइजेशन वेक्टर सेम जस्ट विल बी इंक्रीमेंटेड बाय 1, will be incremented by 1 in the next step. This is the whole number. ये उसका पार्टीशन होता है, जैसे LSB MSB रहता है ना, उस तरीके से उसका एक डिवाइडेशन भी होता है. Every bit will be identified individually. That is the different thing. But यहाँ पे जो ये नंबर आपको लिखा गया है ना, दिस इज टू अंडरस्टैंड कि योर वैल्यू इज इंक्रीमेंटिंग बाय 1 in the counter mode in the initialization vector in every block. This is just to we can say just to understand it is written over here कि number आपका जैसे यहाँ पे increment हो रहा है. काउंटर एंड नॉन्स इज रिप्रेजेंट, जो आपका डेटा रिप्रेजेंटेशन होता है उसका भी एक अलग से पार्टीशन होता है कि इस डेटा का क्या है, इस डेटा का क्या है. When you have learned your packets in the networking, so every beats or every flags will be mentioning something, they are representing something कि इस वन का मतलब क्या है, इस फील्ड पे अगर 10 है, इस फील्ड में अगर 00 है तो उसका मतलब क्या है, लाइक दैट. सो अगर इस फील्ड में कुछ डेटा अगर अवेलेबल है तो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट, दैट इज द डिफरेंट चैप्टर. मतलब उससे डील हम इस वाले टॉपिक में नहीं कर रहे हैं. जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि whatever the initialization vector is there, if the value is represented like this, then in the next term the value will be incremented by 1, this much. Okay.
अच्छा.
Okay, so mark your attendance.
In the electronic codebook mode, why do we
हाँ.
have to draw the same one thrice? We could explain it in one part itself.
Yeah, you can
Why
explain
did we do draw it 3 times?
it is just to अगर यहाँ पे जैसे यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग के लिए दिखाना था ना कि एक ब्लॉक में ऐसा था, दूसरे में ऐसा और तीसरे में सेम प्रोसीड हो रहा है.
But they were connected. Like
या दे आर
in some of them
कनेक्टेड.
they
इफ
aren't
यू विल
connected.
ड्रॉ, यहाँ पे अगर आप सिंगल भी निकालोगे ना तो भी चल जाएगा, बिकॉज देर इज नो एनी connection in between the both blocks, so that is also okay if you will draw only one. पैटर्न सेम रहे इसलिए डायग्राम ऐसा है, सो दैट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि यहाँ पे कोई ब्लॉकिंग नहीं है, सेपरेट सेपरेट है. जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि प्लेन टेक्स्ट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू द डिफरेंट ब्लॉक्स एंड ईच ब्लॉक विल बी इंक्रिप्टेड इंडिपेंडेंटली, इंडिविजुअली, just to represent that. If you will draw a single block only in this ECB, that is also okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.